Headed to the city, are you? Going to be a soldier like the rest of them? I wish you luck. You go up there, you die a little inside. Aye, a part of you goes cold and black, just like them senators. I'd stay down here if I were you. So yeah, as Balthier said, it's a whole different kind of filth going on up there. Maybe it's preferable to be here. What can you catch here? Well, lots of things, I suppose. Depends on what you're fishing for. Very philosophical answer. Me, I'm fishing. There you go. Me, I'm fishing for my past, for the fire of my youth. What? No, you can't feed a family with the past, but you can keep yourself warm at night. Almost remind me a little bit of Condi Petty area in Final Fantasy IX. I tire of swapping tidbits of information in the street, though there's naught else I fancy doing, truth be told. That's the problem with success. Dead end coming up. Me dad's the head of one of them big entry prizes up in the city. You mean he was the head? He ain't the head no more. There's lots of them around here. Them as used to be heads, I mean. Do you wonder why I sit here doing no day come, day go? I've done me bit for the Empire, that's why. I've earned me rest. Don't you ever fancy a rest, young'un? It's really hard to read it because I've been so used to the very formal language that's been used in the game. Coming here and like much more slang or shortened words is difficult. Like this woman, she's quite frank. Look, do you have business with us? I'll tell you straight out, we've no money, so don't even bother trying to relieve us of it. Hey girl! Nice to see the chests are still... Fuck you, chests. Proper gent. I played many a man false in the city, so I did. Of course, I was being played just the same, though I didn't know it. I've ruined so many men. 'Tis all I can do now to hide myself there and hope I don't run into any former clients. This thing was yellow. What he said. What am I doing? Gathering tidbits of knowledge, that's what. Think I've got balance of time like you oldies? 'Cause I ain't. Brother mine, if we'd only brought them cockatrices when we'd had the chance, why, we'd be rich men today, so we would. Brother mine, cockatrice meats not half as tasty as they have you believe. This recent interest in them's a fad, if you mark my words. Nah, cockatrices or no, our fate's the same. It's funny, this is an accent I know. What the fuck? Why am I talking to this thing? Me? I've lived here a good while now, but I had a jolly hard time when I first arrived. The city was far cry from my native Giza, you see. But I've seen much in this town. People of all walks of life. Now there's a fascinating thing. I've seen plenty of men who failed at it, lost their hope and then their happiness. Most sad. Why, hope's the most important thing of all. We cockatrices, we hold on to hope even when our days in this world seem to be numbered. Me, I hope to see my homeland once more. Damn, dude turned out to be like the deepest person here. Okay, like even though their accent is one I'm very familiar with, someone who's grown up around London, when you actually have to read it, it's difficult to get. Who am I? Ain't it plain to see? I'm one of the many what tried to make it up in the city and fell back down here. If only I hadn't signed that paper. Yeah, I was an Arden with the rest of them. All it took was one broker, one binding agreement, and nary a scrapple in sight. If I find him, I'll... Eh? Did you want something? Oh, how to get to the city? Up these stairs and off to the west. Entrance up there. Better be prepared, mate. I guess when you think of the area that you're in, it kind of makes a little bit of sense that there's hardly any gil in the chest. Once she gets going, she don't half go on. I only hope her granddad sets her straight. Ain't my place to worry about, I suppose. My granddaughter claims she's seen a great airship. Of course, I thought it was the Alexander, that being the biggest I know of, but her description. Mayhap they've made a new, bigger airship now. Perplexed grandpa. This geezer? Nah, he ain't dead, not by a stretch. He was a soldier once, made it pretty far it seems. He's lived a full life if you ask me. 'Tis good to be home. Those who went up to the city and never came back. Either made it or fell by the wayside. Forgotten, but not me. Yeah, I think this is pretty much a play on the fact that we're on this area. That's if it is, then that's pretty cool. I'm bloomin' hungry. Me mum and me gran keep telling me that sitting's best when you're hungry, but it don't seem to be working for me. Maybe if I have a chat with me mum, I'll forget about me empty belly. Or maybe not. I'm blooming hungry. I think if I read this type of dialogue for long enough, I'd definitely get back into it. What? We ain't here for your viewing pleasure. Nor are we begging, nor are we blocking up your precious gutter. Not yet, at least, so get lost. Away, away. My granddad was a right important man up in the city, don't you know? Hush with you, sweetheart. Begging your pardon, sir. Pay no mind to her. She talks about things she knows little of. Aye, I've a lot in me past, but today I'm just one of the proud wretches of Old Town, clinging on to the underbelly of the Empire. Now leave us be. Me little brother's back. The pride and joy of the clans come back with tales from the city. So, how was it? Don't tell me. You made a mint, didn't you? Enough for all of us, I'll bet. Well, I did set up a shop, but the competition. Let your guard down for a moment, and the next store will slip a knife in your ribs. How I've wanted to come home. So everyone's just got their own problems, man. It's just been knots of rust and 10 gil or less. I've been told to join the Watch is a good way to get on in the world, yet others tell me it's a hard life, full of hard choices. What to do, what to be, that's the problem with having too much information. It is difficult to make up your mind. Tell me about it. That Sikh over there seems a bit dodgy. Says he's a merchant of some sort, but I haven't seen him peddling any wares. Oi, you there. You look like someone who knows a good deal when he sees it. So, how's about some Mughals then, eh? I've got 8 of them. Discount if you take the lot. It's a bargain. They're cute, they dance. Can I buy them and set them free? Free the Mughals. The Mughals 8. A Sikh there was, he sought to play. Kupo Podi Podolo. Said he, I'll take you far away. Kupo Podi Podai. A gourmet tour he promised us. Kupo Podi Podili. But all we've had is curds and whey. Thanks for that, guys. Great performance. Let's head to the big city. It's been a while since we spent some time in a proper city. Hello there. Don't bother trying to talk to her. My sister's not stopped looking off into the distance since her fella went up to the city. People seem depressed here, man. Hey, me? I'm ready to begin a new life up in the city, that's for sure. I've been tricked out of all I own before, but this time I'll go prepared. I admire your determination, Granny. At the age of 207. Know where the Alley of Muted Sighs got a name? See, there's 2 kinds of people here. Them as want to go up to the city, and them as want to keep those people down here where they belong, telling them lies and spreading misinformation to confuse them. Them poor ones what never made it up, they're the ones what we're sighing, see? You weren't ended up to the city, were you? Psst, I'll tell you a secret, but it stays between us two, right? I spied something incredible just now. What? Wouldn't you like to know? 'Twas a bag of coin, just thrown in a barrel it was. With a hoard like that, the city will be me oyster. Now don't go telling anyone, you hear? What? Why would he tell me this? Just thrown in a barrel it was. Okay. Well, I thought for a second maybe it was like an unprompted. Trying to go up to Archades perchance? I know the type. All hopes and dreams but never any knowledge. You wouldn't venture into battle without a blade, am I right? To go to a city without the proper knowledge, why, it is the same thing. And I'll tell you something else, it was knowledge what brought them senators to their knees, and that's the truth. Still want to go to the city? It's weird, it's knowledge, everyone's just talking about knowledge. My grand's got me worried. She keeps on talking about going to the city and making her fortune. Making her fortune? She's old. Well, maybe you should take a leaf out of her book. And don't give up. Don't think you can look down on me. I'm saving me guild to get out of here and up there. Why, I've got a bag full of coin just put aside already. That is, I had a bag of coin, till someone come along and stole it. I was sure it would be safe as houses in that barrel too. You going on from here? On from here is Archades. You go there, you best watch yourself. People there, they pluck the feathers from a living chocobo if they thought you could make a profit on them. I'd turn back if I was you. Really making like a political statement here. about the big city life, capitalism. Quite interesting. It's not the kind of topics that you really hear much about in Final Fantasy. It's always more so like religion and power and all that kind of shit. But it's a nice little change up here. Like rich and poor divide, and you know, the idea of being careful what you wish for. Because even if you do get it, you might not end up being happy. Come to hear a tale, perhaps. There's a lot to be learned from the stories of the past. A lot of you youngsters seem to have forgotten. To your peril, you should show a little more respect for fairy tales. 16 girl. Proper gent. You think you might not stare at me? I'm in the midst of a very important conversation. Sorry, bro. This is like the arsehole character model. Everyone like that has his character model as an arsehole, based on my experience so far. Just been straight up knots of rust everywhere. It's a rusty old town. Might a boy be in a market for some information? Sorry, I've none worth selling. Such a boy would be wise to pass on anything he heard to me, though. I'll pay a good price for the word of goings on in the Ministry of Law and the Senate. A boy could stand to make a profit. So it's gone. Reminded me instantly of Game of Thrones. A man needs a name. A boy needs to provide information. I don't know why I'm even bothering these chests, but you know. Best not speak to me, lest my ill luck rub off on you. I lost everything. Everything. Ah, if I'd only had the right information. What the fuck is this? Information. It's an information economy around here. It's a knot of rust economy as well. People around here, they're the ones what didn't make it up there. Dregs, dropouts. Ah, ow, I tire of the vulgar life. But I'll get out. The city's just up these stairs. Me head says all I gotta do is walk up them, but me feet are trembling. What with the assassination and all. Let's have a save, son. And see what's going on up them stairs. Okay, I think I've chatted to pretty much everyone I can, and the chests have been abysmal, so let's get into Archades, but we don't have the information. Entering the capital, you have credentials? Yes. Well I don't see any. You can't just throw open our gates to you vulgars, you know. Especially not the lion kind. Away with you. Need some credentials. Well. There's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Not here. There's this guy. Oh, wonderful. Enter the street here. A pirate would do well to smile. Wouldn't want to sour his reputation. This should have been voice acted. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a streeteer, a peddler of rumour and hearsay, by the name of Jules. He'd bite a girl given him by his own mother, and shave it by half to pay for her funeral. You see what I mean? This is the kind of line that we needed to hear Balthier say, man. Sometimes near with the tight purse strings the order of the day, like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city, you know a way? In Archades, knowledge is power, and power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy the whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. So, wise man, how does 1,500 gil sound? I have got 93,000. Let me decline it to see what's going to happen. I'll drive a bargain. You would do well to learn the ways of the world, boy, lest the world have its way with you. I don't know if the game's going to troll me now by putting up the price. Like, oh, so you are desperate then. Fuck you. Let's see. Okay, fine. I've got no choice. Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumours in town? Actually, I did hear about a man who picked a bag of coins out of a barrel. Bags and barrels, eh? A boy would do well to bring that morsel to a man named Beasley near here. Tell him what you've heard. Okay, so there's a bit of a running around chatting to people, to the right people, about the right things. He did say a man named Beasley. So unless we've got a bit of a cross-dressing thing going on here. Beasley. What? You telling me you know the bloke was taking me coin? Oh, it was him, was it? Okay, so probably head back to the street here. Oh wait, he's here. Don't fucking jimmy me, Jules. You told him just as I told you? Good boy. I'm not sure what any of this has to do with going up in the world. Oh, witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See, it begins. He's gonna keep wanting more and more gil, isn't he? Hey, 'tis a fight. Beasley's gone wild. Ah. Jules, you the man. Now's our chance. Thanks, Jules. I underestimated him. Never thought you'd go for such a meager price. A pirate should know the words are worth gil unaccountable. Here's some words for you. The prodigal Bonanza's son came back to the Imperial Roost. See, words of much value, these. Bonanza, was that his father's name? Ah, yeah. So saying I know that you're back in town, I could easily spread word that you've returned. So you owe me one. So here we are, the most futuristic looking place so far in the entire game. There's going to be endless NPCs here.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaan. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaan. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaan. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
I wish there was a little more of that camaraderie between the team. I feel like it's a little bit lacking in this game sometimes. Everyone has like their own little like miniature groups within things, so it's just like, you know, Bosch and Ash will sometimes have a little private conversation, and Vaan and Penelo will chat about something, Balthier and Fran, etc. There's not been enough moments where they've all kind of said stuff to each other, they've had a bit of joke, a bit of banter, that kind of thing. I mean, by now in the story they've spent a lot of time together, so I wish there was a little bit more of that. And I mean, that whole scene about Vaan, you've changed so much. Really? Has he though? I'm not sure he really warrants that line yet from him. I mean, I don't feel like he's not really undergone like a transformation or anything like that. So I don't know. I can't get through. There's word of trouble in old Archades. I'd steer clear of the area. Not that anyone in their right mind would go there in the first place. So I think that might head back down to old Archades as well. Well, no, actually, it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, again, it was like another scene in which they specifically say that Vaan and Penelo are just along for the ride and they've seen stuff that they've never seen before. So I remember way back, like 20, 30 hours ago, I was saying that Vaan, you know, the reason he's here is because he gets to experience something he's never experienced before and probably never experience ever again. So he says it himself. I mean, Penelo does well. I mean, they never thought they'd meet like princesses and all these like cool, interesting people that they're never going to meet in their regular lives. So I think Pinello kind of validated what I said a lot earlier about why these guys are here and why they've decided to tag along for the journey. There was a lot of NPC previously. We go our separate ways here, Vaan. I have some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. What? Don't leave us, man. Huh? Hey! Well, that was a bit sudden, wasn't it? Damn. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, I had to read a lot of NPC dialogue in Old Arcades, so unless they're saying something interesting, I probably won't read it out loud. Let's just explore around a bit, just see what kind of things. Where are, like, the shops, man? Okay, I think I see a shop up ahead. My Reginald is quite the brightest child, I assure you. I blush to confess he has his mother's wit. Okay, we've got a spell shop. I have high hopes for this spell shop. So pretty much set up like Rabanastre. I think we're just going to see a lot of shops here. Each shop kind of specializing in individual stuff. Let's see. Thundaga with 7,000. Okay. That's about it. Chop Master. Trade pine chops for sandalwood. What the hell? Here in Arcades, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chops, and if they're lucky, a chop of fine sandalwood. Gil. They're only good for buying and selling of goods. You can have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or chops of sandal will win you on that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens may come by pine wood chops enough during their daily lives, but it takes a soldier some great deed to earn sandalwood. Okay, that was interesting. Probably going to be important for something. These guys are always interesting. Where could my moon silver medallion be? Where? You would hear of my plight? It is sad, though common. I needed money. Unthinking, I sold my moon silver medallion. I must have it back. I have need of it, but the man whom I sold it to, one Otto, is missing. Okay, guess he's heading back to Old Arcades. Lucky I spoke to that guy. You see, I mean, there's probably 100 NPCs, and maybe 2 or 3 of them are going to be important in some way. But it's not always easy to tell which one, so... For that reason, some stuff will get missed. But I will stumble into some stuff occasionally. Oh. Planning on leaving me behind, were you? Oh, okay, so once we leave, he returns. Okay, that's cool. So Otto was... I'm not even going to bother with these chests again. He was the one trying to chat up the girl. Over here. I'll open one anyway. Damn it, he was here. So it's not going to be that easy to find Otto. I mean, he looked like he wasn't dressed to be here, so I think he's probably up in Arcades. Oh no, wait, he's there. Sorry, my bad. I went down the wrong bit. See this? 'Tis a wedding band of moon silver. You didn't have to give me this. Why, your words alone give me joy enough. What are you staring at? Something against cross-class relations? You think the two people from different backgrounds can't share true love? I'll have you know that when I first came down here, it was her who took me in. Without her, I'd still be in a gutter somewhere, friendless. Kindness like hers won't find a place up there in the city, mark my words. There's no place for it. Can't you see? Or are you blinded by your chops? Alright, sorry man, I underestimated you. So I said, to the underworld with class, to the underworld with status, and I proposed. So that's his very important thing. I thought he was just trying to chat her up. I didn't know he was proposing. Her favourite story is The Prince on the Moon. See, I'm going to give her a ring made of moon silver. What, you don't think that's eh? You're looking for moon silver? A medallion? Well, why didn't you say so? I had to take a chunk off the ring, but if this will suffice, it's yours. Nice. So for a second I thought that was going to end with like, no, you can't have the ring. It was just going to end like that, but okay, cool. Otto, my apologies. I misjudged you. Dude really did have some important stuff to attend to. Because he looked similar to that guy on the airship. And he was like quite blunt with his thing. I was like, oh, he's another one of those guys. Let's see what this medallion is going to result in. Alright, let's see what happens when we hand this back. I have asked that you not make me speak of this. I told you, I sold the Moonsilver medallion for... What? You have found the medallion? Might I please? I thank you. Without this, I would have been in great disfavour with the Frog King. But what is this? It is broken? No, this is most unusual. A piece has been taken away, yet the medallion is somehow stronger. This warmth. This is true love. I believe this medallion has been the presence of great love. It is... Though its form has been diminished, it is rather as if it had been made whole. I return now to the king. I am in your debt. My gratitude be with you. Okay, so we didn't get an immediate payoff, but you never know. The Frog King of Nabudis. So I guess I'll probably go by their little descriptions at the top. Don't think I've been down to this bit. Yes, weapon shop. So if it just has a generic description like this, I probably won't talk to them at this stage. Alright, what you got? These better be some quality armaments. 73, 78. Oh, it's got poison touch. Okay, we do have some good stuff. We need to get these. I want to get this gun for Penelo, because she doesn't really have... I mean, I love that the attack power is 77 on this bow, but it's worth 12k at this point. Okay. Nice. Alright, that's pretty much that done.